Hello, friends. Welcome back to Automated Notion. And this is another live that you will see on the replay. Just to reiterate what I said in the last videos, the reason why I'm doing this is because I'm really bad at shooting, recording, and editing videos. Um, Recording videos, good. Editing them so that you eventually see them, not so good. So I've decided to try out going live. And I actually really enjoy it. Although I now know that I should not go live at 1 a.m., that I should get some sleep because I went back and watched the videos and I made quite a few mistakes that I'm like, what were you thinking? But that's okay. I kind of like the vulnerability of it because, when you record these videos, and then you edit them. They become very polished, and you only see the good stuff. You don't see the mistakes that someone might make, or just like getting confused, like why isn't this working? So you actually get to see what building these automations are really like, at least for me. So this is part 3 of my Christmas movie database. It is currently Halloween, so it's a little bit weird. I did not realize, like, I knew it was Halloween, but it's just like, why am I making a Christmas movie database on Halloween? It's just that I got the idea. When I get ideas, sometimes I just have to run with them. I have to do them. So I usually do a database for movies so I can catch them on TV. And this time I thought that I would do something different, and I'm calling a movie platform API to get the movie info and the links to the streaming services that that movie is on. So just to refresh your memory, let me get what the database looks like. Okay, so this is the actual database. I want to make myself a little bit smaller. There we go. This is what the database looks like. And how many do I have in here? There's got to be more. Wait, where did they all go? Oh, because I have this filtered. There we go. 479 movies. I did not realize I have 479 movies in here. I might have to trim some movies out of here. I might have to do that. I don't know how I would kind of go about doing that, but 479 movies. Okay. Okay. All right, that's a dilemma that's going to have to solve itself later. I'm just thinking because I'm using Rapid API and my quota is definitely not 400. But yeah, that's a problem that I can definitely be solved. If we have to trim some down the list, but that's a lot of movies. I didn't realize there was that many in here. So what I did was I went on Wikipedia and I just got a list of Christmas movies and I put them in here and I didn't even count. I just copied and pasted and wow, nearly 500 movies. All right, so this is what the database looks like. And this is what the gallery looks like of all the movies we've already done. I love this. I love it. That looks awesome. Can we just stop and admire? Just stop and admire. Okay. One of the problems I ran into last night was the icons, and that was user error. me save this for everyone. I do plan on sharing this database because I think it looks really, really nice and kind of be like, I definitely plan on using it. Sorry. You ever just build something in Notion and you just stand back and you just stare at it? That's what I'm doing right now, just appreciating it. All right, let's go to our, let me go over to our, okay. So we have our actual automation here. And at 2:30 a.m., I believe, 2-ish a.m., I solved the issue of the streaming platform. So let's just go back over what's going on here. First, we are searching for database items that that have not been checked off, have not been updated. So we're doing that. Then we are getting the movie ID from the API, the movie API. We are using the movie name to get the ID. Then we use the ID to get the movie info. And the movie info is basically the description, what year it was made, and what streaming platform it's currently on. And then we are updating that database item with all that info. Next, we have available on here. So that's giving us let's get Home Alone. All right, so you see here for Home Alone, we have available on, and we got Disney Plus, Vudu, and Apple TV. So what that is doing is that's filling in that text with the links. So like in Home Alone, we had 3 different streaming services. So we have to use an iterator that's going to take that array. So the array is kind of like, a table with, just think of it as like rows where you have your headers. And so we have our source, the link to the site, and then I can't remember what the third thing is that we're not using. But so we're separating that, and depending on how many of those sources, the streaming services we have listed, that's how many times it's going to run through. So if there are 3 services, like for the Home Alone movie, then this is going to run 3 times. And so what it's going to do is going to go through once, fill in the text, and then the array aggregator is going to check off, okay, that was 1, go back, 2, check that off, go back, 3 of the max, so let's move on to the next one. Next, we are adding the icon, and this is where I messed up last night. And I knew as soon as when I woke up this morning, I knew as soon as what I had done wrong. So I come in here, and what I was doing wrong in the first video is I was actually putting the full URL that we are using to call the API. And it even tells you right here, you don't need the full URL. You just need the version number, and then what we're updating. So we have pages, version 1, pages, and then we have the page ID of the movie that we're updating. The next thing that I did wrong is I had this set as get, and get is to retrieve, patch is to update. And as soon as I saw it, I'm like, well, you can't update it using a get method. So that actually basically solved the whole thing. And then down here we have the body, and I can zoom in. There we go. So we have the body here, and so our object is an icon, type is external, and we're using Notion's own icons. Sorry. We're using Notion's icons, and basically the link for those icons is, as you can see, is notion.so. That forward, yeah, forward slash, or is that backslash? I always get forward slash and backslash confused, but so I just always just say slash icons, and then you have the name of the icon underscore followed by the um, color. I'm sorry, I got thrown off because so this icon should actually be movie, and that's going to give us the movie reel icon. And then this should be green. And then .svg. So if you know the actual name of the icon, then you can just pretty much plug in the base URL of notion.so / icons and get whatever icon that you need. And all right, how do I zoom out? There we go. So how do you get the name of the icon? If you just come up here to add icon, and this is the one we're using, just hover over it and you can see right there at the top, it says movie and green. All right. So I made that change right. Let me make sure. Make has been acting funny for me tonight. At one point, the screen went black and I have no clue what happened. All right, so let's get religious about saving. All right, so next is the embed trailer. That was really giving me an issue because I just wasn't thinking clearly, because I was trying to use the page update to update the body of the page, and that's not, because we're adding blocks to the page. So that's a whole different URL that we're going to be calling. So we need to use the blocks path, and we're going to be adding children to the blocks. So how do I explain this? It's like I know what I mean, but trying to explain it can be a little bit tricky. So here's what's going to happen. I need to have a block that I can add a child block to. Now, child block to is like when you have like a toggle, and then you have a block that's directly underneath the toggle, like it's a part of it. That's a child. So first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to append a page, append page content. So let's do it here. This is a lot longer than I thought it was going to be as far as the scenario. Oh, wrong one. There we go. All right. So we need our page ID. Let's collapse all. That's cool. I didn't realize that they had collapse all now. Awesome. And we're going to go to the search objects and the page ID. Okay. Now let's add our item, paragraph. And I'm actually just going to do a space on this one. So I'll type as text, but for content, I'm going to go over here to, I think it's the text one. Yes. that makes sense because I'll type as text. And we're going to do space. So what this is going to do, you know how sometimes you have a block that's just a spacer between content. That's what this is going to do. It's just going to fill in, there's a blank space. Okay. All right, and so now what I'm going to do, I have where did it go? I have an Apple page with a page ID. This thing just doesn't like, see, it keeps popping out, but it doesn't want me to. All right, give me 1 second here. I don't know why my notes doesn't want to open. Notes, for whatever reason, just doesn't want to open. All right. So I'm going to go here, run this first module, and let's get the page ID, which I had saved in the notes. And now I want this one. Let's rename this content spacer. And I'm going to run this module only, just to test it out. All right. So here's our result. If I click down to paragraph, you can see there's nothing there. There's no text because it's a space. All right, so but I up here. Oops, you guys aren't. Sorry about that. All right, so up here, I have my block ID from that space that I created. And now we're going to take that block ID and go over to our embed trailer. All right, so let's collapse everything. And I want content spacer. Naming your modules is so important, and it's so awesome. Like the fact that I have all the names so I know exactly what module I need. Sometimes I forget, but when you remember, awesome. So I think I can use the page content ID. Yeah, I think what I want is the page content ID. So a simple way for me to figure this out. Oh, see. This is just like a scratch pad for myself. There you are. I was wondering why Apple Notes wasn't popping up. Go away. All right. Let's go to the page we just updated, which is star. The star. There we go. And we should have, all right, we have an empty block here. I don't know why this says heading 3. And then paste the link of the block. So that is not it. I don't know why. It says heading 3 there. I'm going to have to check. Oh, that's still not. Let's go back to content spacer. Paragraph type. Yeah, it should just be a paragraph. All right, so we got no spacer in here. Let's try running this again. Where'd you go this time? There you go. That's my page ID. I've just been using the same page to test things out. All right. All right. So there's a space right there. And if I right click, no, just click on the 6 dots, the grabby icon, whatever you call that, copy link to block. So after the pound sign, the hashtag here, all of this is my block ID. So if I go back to make, yeah, see, there it is. No, that's the page ID. They just both happen to start with 1. So I got 1 4 F3. 1 4 F3. Okay. So yeah, that is what we want. All right, so in between the slashes of blocks and children, I want to put that block ID, which is the page content ID. Put that in there. All right, and now method is patch, because we're patching content in. Now, here's where I got confused. I had to go back to another automation I did where I was embedding photographs into Notion because it didn't make sense to me why I needed children up here, to tell it that I'm creating a child block, but also children down here in my body and my JSON. That seemed just kind of a little bit redundant to me. But that was part of the issue, as I also wasn't including the object. I wasn't telling it that the object was a block. So that's why my embed wasn't embedding. Everything else, like down here, is correct. But I needed to have this part here, the children, and the object being a block. So, okay. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to test this. So if you look in here, wrong one, embed trailer. So I have just a URL that I'm testing out. Now, one thing in my test that I realized is that I cannot use the shortened YouTube URL, the u2.b URL, like when you click on share and you get this shortened URL, I can't use that. It won't embed. But if I use the long, drawn out one, it embeds fine. I hope. Okay, now let's test this out. I'm going to copy this block ID. I'm going to run this module only. And you see we have a lot here. But we only want the page content ID, even though Yeah, that's confusing to me. Page content ID is the block ID. Yay, and we have a green light. So if we come back over here, and you see we have Philip DeFranco, whom I love. So the embed works. All right, so let's take this off. And the reason why this has an egg here is that I don't remember, I was just testing it out. I wanted to get the URL or something. I don't know, but that egg is going to go away. All right, so we can click save. Let's go back into this embed trailer and let's get, so I'm going to keep most of this URL. It's this everything after the equal sign here that needs to go because that's my video ID. So what I want to do is let's collapse all, and I want to go to get movie info, and within the data, YouTube trailer. So this is where I'm going to get my video ID from. Okay, let's click save. All right, and then at the end of the automation, we are going to have it, it's going to check a checkbox to tell us that this is complete. There's the checkbox. Down here, update it, yes. So yeah, that way when the search module goes through, it's going to know don't pull this one because it's already been updated. All right. So this is already, I set the limit here to 1, and it should update the star. An animated film about the nativity and the Christmas star. I don't know if you heard that, but I just got a text message. I forgot to put this on Do Not Disturb. My phone is on Do Not Disturb. It is on Do Not Disturb, so I shouldn't even have got a text message. Oh. I don't know. I'm going to move this. There we go. Okay, what's next? All right, I think we have everything. I think we are good. Let's save and let's run it once to see if everything goes through. I'm just going to sit here and watch this page. Update. Ooh, oh, come on. This didn't fill in either. Come on, you were so close. What happened? YouTube refused to connect. You were so close. Okay, I gotta, for whatever reason, the YouTube trailer. It has a trailer. We saw it. Get movie info. Huh, it doesn't have a trailer. Okay. So we're going to have to, there's no trailer. We're going to have to come up with something for that. I'm going to hit cancel. See, some things show up. What is the name of the software you are making the workflow in? Okay, we are using Make, that is formerly Integromat. And thanks for stopping by. Toggle. Yeah, I hope, did you just post? Yeah, sorry, I just saw your comment. But yeah, so I'm using Integromat, and I think that person has left because I did not see their comment. The window up here is, there we go. Yeah, my screen was too small. And this is a very short, very small screen over here. Yeah. So sorry, Captivori, if you stop by again. We're using Integromat, now known as Make.com, to do this automation. Okay, so let's see. And I don't know how the bots, get rid of the bots. Yeah. Can I get rid of those? Nope. No, we cannot. Okay. All right. So I'm going to have to make a contingency just in case because I would like for the last step to be check updated, but if there is no YouTube trailer, see, sometimes this stuff happens, and it's a good way for, to come up with contingency plans for, things that you may not expect. Collapse all. And we're going to do condition is movie info, data. This is going to be hard because since it didn't have it, let me see if I can highlight this and copy it. Back here. There we go. Exists. All right, so I'm telling it to run the embed as long as the YouTube trailer exists. All right. I also want to come back here to search objects, because sometimes you might search and it comes up 0. So I want to say total number of bundles is greater than 0. Oops. Okay, and let's save. All right. All right, so the star is done. I'm just going to go ahead and delete this. If you click on that, what happens? It just goes to, okay, it just goes to your YouTube. All right, let's go back. And let's look at the gallery. I'm going to have this sorted by title. right, I'm going to do another test run, see if we get any more like issues that popped up. What movie are we doing? A Medea Christmas. There it is. Oh, see, why is there double this? There should be double. And is there? Okay, so there were no, it's not available on streaming anywhere. But I don't understand why there was double the available on. Yeah, so it's like, why? Where are you getting double this? Unless, are you doing available on? Like somebody's doing available on. Let's do another one. See if that's Period of Adjustment. Did not know that movie. There it is. There it is. Period of Adjustment. All right. A newlywed couple on their honeymoon visit friends who are having marital problems of their own. Maybe I might set a limit on the year, but we'll see. Yeah, once again, we got double available on. I have to be adding that in somewhere. That's an issue. Page. Try doing it, setting it up again. I don't know. I don't have it on here. Yeah, I only have one item paragraph. Oh, wait. No? So if I change that to paragraph, that'll be paragraph. Heading 3. I do not understand why that it's doing 2. And this one's doing a spacer. So do this again. Okay. Let's try another one. Santa Claus. The Santa Claus. Why? Why? It's like things like this. It's just like, why is it happening? All right. know what? Let's take this module out. The available line module. Let's take it out. I have to have it someplace else. Home for Christmas. There you are, Home for Christmas. Do you have any idea how annoying and frustrating that is? Okay. It can't be this page. This is updated database item. You can't add text to the body here. And if it was the iterator, then it would be in there 3 times, right? Where's the Santa Claus? That was in there twice. Maybe this is where this is where the problem is. But I don't see anything else. There's no other text here. There's no other text here. Okay. Is it still an issue? Honey Farm. I do not know where that available on is coming from, but I'm thinking it's got to do with the iterator. I'm thinking it's got to. Hopefully I can get one that has more than one streaming site. Home Alone 2. Oh, no, Daddy's Home 2. That's gotta be. Nope. Hey, you know what? Sometimes things just work and you don't understand why, and things just don't work. I'm trying to move my chat box here out of the way. So, okay, I can't see my screen. There we go. There, I can see myself now. Okie dokie. Yeah, I think that we are done. We did it! Yay! I kind of think that I want. Let's see. That's the problem. It's because there, we're gonna have to leave that there because I don't want to accidentally miss someone else's comment. I had one comment and I missed them, but learning curve here. I think this one has gone a lot more smoothly because I am not sleepy. And I also realized last night that I was drinking sleepy time tea. Why would I do that? I'm just being a silly willy. All right, I think I might want to move that down there. Genre at the top. And do I need this in view? Let's always hide. You don't need. Yeah, that's all you need is the description. I thought move you down here. I like that. I think that's cleaner. And I wish this could be bigger, but it is what it is. Actually, I wonder because with images, I know. Here, let's save this and duplicate this page. Okay, very slow load. Okay, let's go to scenarios. What's that scenario? Okay, and photo upload. So this was a shortcut I had on my phone for a while, and then I just never used it. I don't feel the need to save photos to an album, but I wanted to see if it would work that I could save a photo from my phone into Notion. And it did work. It worked really well for a really long time, but I just kept forgetting to use it. And I did not label anything. So make I call, all right, so this is embedding the image. And you see this is, like I didn't use this on the last one. It's really crazy sometimes how you can do something completely different in another module and it'll still work. Where is it? Oh, okay. Yeah, so I put page size on here. I wonder if it'll let me adjust the size of the embed. Why not? Let's run again. Nope. Error. We got an error. Okie dokie. So yeah, so it doesn't work like images. All right, so what movie was that? Love the Coopers. Love the Coopers. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to uncheck it and run it again. Available on Vudu. Yeah. Oh, not sure. Oh, because. But it didn't put available on again in there. So that's interesting. Okay. So I don't think you get a say in the size of your embed, but I'll have to do some research and maybe, I don't know if you can use set the alignment. I know you can do a caption. I saw it when I was looking at some other code, but I wanted to keep this simple. I didn't want to have to go through so much trouble. All right. So I think I can safely let this run for a bit. How many did I run? Hold on. I need to go to Rapid API and see. How many times did I run this? I'll just keep running it until it tells me that I have run out of that I've hit my quota. And I am going to do, let's do like 25 at a time. I just re-upped my operations and make, so no, I'm not worried about eating up operations. And it's really to add more is just really cheap, so I don't stress that. All right, so that's going to run, and that's going to fill in. While that's doing that, I am going to use group by genre. So we have action, adventure, animation, lots of comedies, crime. I know there was Christmas crime movies. Are you still going? We are still going. Nope. Romance. Okay, why is Look Who's Talking Now in romance? Why is Look Who's Talking Now in romance? What? What? I mean, I guess so, but can we also, it's also mainly a comedy. Yeah. Okay, so it's not perfect. I guess the Nightmare Before Christmas is sci-fi fantasy. The Santa Claus night sci-fi fantasy? What? I no, no, I disagree with that. We're gonna have to go through some of these. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna go through all 459, but yeah, yeah. Rocky? Is Rocky a Christmas movie? Eyes Wide Shut? How is that a Christmas movie? How is that? I've never seen it, but is it? You know what? I think I might. What is my database? Delete. Get your own database if you want Eyes Wide Shut in it. I really have to check that Wikipedia list. And we're really going to have to go through and just like review all of these movies. I probably should have done that first. Just to make sure we don't have anything in here that shouldn't be in here. If you know what I mean. Hopefully nothing pops up. But it looks like everything for the most part is yeah. I'm gonna have to Santa with muscles. Oh, should I have put actors in there too? Okay, penurious but muscle-bound Blake Thorne has made a vast fortune marketing health food and health supplements. He once was a nice fellow, but his wealth increases. He become increasingly self-centered and blah blah blah. Okay, I have no interest in watching that. Gunga Den. Why did it's Bada Den? Okay, I didn't know that was a Christmas movie. It's, does it take place during Christmas? It's been so long since I've watched Gunga Den. I think my husband made me watch it. All right, so I think my database is coming along nicely, and once it's complete and I reviewed all the movies and censored some stuff, make sure that all the categories are correct. I will share it with you guys probably on Twitter. If you're not following me on Twitter, please do. Um, it is at Automated Notion all across the universe. Automated Notion. You can also reach me at Nikki at automatednotion.com. And I really like these lives. I really like doing this because I feel like I'm more natural doing this rather than being posed in front of a camera, even though it's the same thing. And I am going to figure out how to hook up my camera um, to this so that the picture quality is better. But we're in the middle of packing up for a move, and I really don't want to set up a full studio, because I just really don't want to do that. It's going to take my mind out of what I need to do. It's going to take me out of context. I need to be focused on moving. But this has been kind of like a stress relief to come on here and go live and do an automation and have you seen me mess up codes and stuff. But we got it in the end. We figured it out in the end. And all the icons came through and everything. So I'm excited. I'm so happy. And like I said, I'll share it with you on Twitter. And please like and subscribe if you like this. And I think comments should be open. When I went in yesterday, some comments weren't open on the other ones. That wasn't my doing. I don't know what happened, but I think comments are open now. And until next time, happy building a notion. Bye, guys.